Some of the meals I made in the last week for my family, I like to make very wholesome, delicious meals, and I try to make as much as I can from scratch because we're trying to lead a little bit of a healthier lifestyle, but also I really enjoy food and it's becoming the perfect season for cooking cozy, delicious meals. So one of the meals we made last week is a slow cooker chicken chasseur. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong, I probably am. But this is one I reach to like every few weeks or so, some sort of chicken, mushroom and wine jus sauce, and it's so delicious. So the first thing I do is chop up my shallots. Shallots were on offer in Aldi that week, so that's why essentially we had chicken chasseur, because the shallots inspired me this week. So the first thing I do is just cook the shallots and the chicken in a pan just for a little while, and the mushrooms until the liquid from the mushrooms has evaporated. I then put one of those little bottles of red wine you can buy in Aldi in the slow cooker, as well as the homemade chicken stock. Homemade chicken stock is super duper easy. Just keep your chicken bones and chop up some veg and boil it for, I always boil it for around 12 hours, making sure there's always water over the bones. But yeah, I made my own chicken stock and I popped it all in the slow cooker. I did also put some plain flour with the with the onions in the slow cooker. So that does thicken it up. Your tinned tomatoes, a bit of tomato puree, and just the other herbs and seasonings. And yeah, it goes really, really well either over rice or mashed potato and veg. Now, I really like chicken chasseur when it's made with white wine, and if it's made with white wine and is more of a white sauce, I pop it with rice just because I think it goes so well. But I only had red wine in stock, so I made a red wine version, and yeah, it was so delicious. And I always pot up mini pots, the dinner we're eating that night for my baby, and I pop those in the freezer because they're just so easy to whip out for lunches and things like that. The next night, I've been really enjoying making like a midweek roast dinner, and I think it was this Tuesday. I made a midweek roast dinner using a chicken crown that's already sort of seasoned, and it's in a cooking tray already from Aldi. You know, I've never actually bought that because I like buying my whole chickens and I like just seasoning it myself. But I took a risk because I knew I was really, really busy this day, and I bought it from Aldi. It was okay, you know, it was actually really nice, but I do prefer making my chicken from scratch only because I can then use all the bones for a stock after. So I purchased that. I did zhuzh the chicken up with some chopped up celery and onion that I had just sitting around in the house. I've also got a huge cabbage that we were really excited about eating. I actually picked this from my mum's allotment. So it's fresh as they come, and obviously no pesticides and things like that. I just love having like veg from the allotments. But yeah, after I got rid of the lots of snails were actually hiding between some of these leaves. After I got rid of all of those and the outside leaves, and I fed them to my bunnies, I chopped up the cabbage. Now with cabbage, I always sort of steam fry it. So I pop it in a cast iron dish, and I put butter and a little bit of water and the lid over the dish, and that sort of steam fries your cabbage. It's so good like that. And yeah, I'm serving my midweek roast dinner with the whole shebang really. Carrots and roast potatoes. I even make Yorkshire puddings. And I'm so glad I did, because after school Oren is so hungry and he ate so much of this roast dinner. Chicken crown or say a turkey crown is always actually very, very moist, so I do recommend them. And if you do see the chicken crown or a turkey crown in Aldi that's already sort of basted, I'd recommend it, especially if you're not too confident in the kitchen and you're short on time. I would recommend it because there was lots and lots of meat on the bones. And yeah, it was really enjoyable. I popped over the leftover veg into a pot with some stock, homemade stock, and some corn flour, and I turned that into a quick gravy. I always put a bit of sherry in my chicken gravy just because it goes really, really well. And yeah, slice up the chicken. We had lots for that night for me, my husband, and my 2 boys, who, let me tell you, both of them, including the baby, eat so much food. So yeah, they ate so much of the chicken, and yeah, it was delicious. And we had some left over the next day, which I popped into some lunch things. But yeah, serve with the homemade gravy and Yorkshire pudding and all the veg. Absolutely delicious. One thing I'm making a lot at the moment is my homemade pasta sauce. Homemade pasta sauce can be as brave as you want to make it. I always roast up as many veggies as I can possibly fit into a roasting tin. At the moment, it's pumpkins, because pumpkins I picked, again, a load from my mum's allotment. So I roast them along with some of the seeds actually, but I roast them, and then normally like an onion, garlic, and other veggies like mushrooms go very well, but onion, garlic and peppers is the basis, and then some sort of seasonal vegetables. At the moment it's pumpkins. Roast those up with lots and lots of olive oil, salt, pepper and herbs in the air fryer, and then once they're all soft, I actually whiz them in a blender with a tin of tomatoes and some tomato puree. Add a splash of red wine vinegar in there if you want, and then I stir in lots and lots of cheese. So it's just a homemade like mascarpone pasta bake, I'd say, but just extra delicious and extra full of vegetables. My children have no idea all these veggies are in there. Not that they would mind, to be honest. They're very good at eating vegetables, but yeah, it's just less overwhelming for a child to eat it all in this sort of format. And I do also put flaxseed in with my pasta bakes, and lots of cheese, as you can see. Lawrence and I absolutely love this dish as well. Topped with mozzarella, and once it's baked, it's just so delicious. And this is my favourite pasta bake to make. Occasionally, you can stir through tuna, and it's absolutely delicious that way. When we have tuna with ours, Lawrence will make, I'll put some on the side for Lawrence, and he will have chorizo in his. And yeah, it's just a really delicious, easy meal. And the best thing about this, there's always tons of leftovers for the next day. So if you're feeling lazy, you don't need to make dinner for the next day. One of the days last week when I was filming, we did have this butternut squash, feta, pomegranate seed, spiced minced lamb, Moroccan dish. Now there's a much shorter title for it. I will link this recipe down below. I didn't actually make it, Lawrence made it, so I can't really talk you through it. But it was absolutely gorgeous, and as squash is in season, I thought I would include a clip, and I will include the recipe down below for you. Another meal I make at least once, well, it's always about once a week. I always make my Superfood chicken curry, and yeah, this is one of my favourite things to make for me and my kids. Lawrence loves it too. Absolutely packed with vegetables and anti-inflammatories. Yeah, I buy the curry powders from Aldi because they're really low ingredients and they're delicious. I usually get the mild, and I fry up my chicken, my onion and my garlic, and then I season it. I also put lots and lots of fresh ginger, grated fresh ginger on this. I keep loads of ginger in my freezer because you can grate it straight from frozen into your cooking bowl. Grate lots and lots of ginger, and then I go in and add all of my vegetables. So I pre-fried some mushrooms with butter and garlic earlier that day, just until all the moisture had left them, and they go really, really well in your curry dish. And I've also grated lots of courgette and carrot into this, and then I go ahead and add my tinned tomatoes and tomato puree. Give it a taste. It might need a little bit of sweetness or a little bit more salt. I don't add actually much salt at all. I do actually add a little bit of my own homemade chicken stock because I have some ice cubes, but it's actually not too necessary if you don't have any, or if you want to add like a pre-made one, that's fine. With a little bit of hot water. And then I always stir in some cream, whether it be a coconut cream, a full fat yogurt, or a double cream. And yeah, just a creamy, delicious curry served over rice with the Aldi naan breads, which the giant coriander and garlic ones, which I highly recommend. They are delicious. And then also last week, we've started having Brussels sprouts with nearly every meal, and I'm an absolute fan of this because Brussels sprouts are my favourite green vegetable. I absolutely love them. And then it's broccoli. So I just love when they're in season. So we made homemade burgers this night, beef burgers, with a side of fried sprouts. And luckily my children love Brussels sprouts, so it's enjoyed by everyone. And yeah, just a really fun sort of Friday night dinner that we have in this house. But yeah, as you can see, there's extra beef there because I have actually frozen some burgers in the freezer as well, some mini ones. This is actually Lawrence's plate, but it looks so much nicer than mine did, so I filmed his bacon cheeseburger. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this week's meals, and there's lots of festive meals being filmed at the moment, so subscribe and I'll see you again really soon. Bye!